Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. We're broadcasting live from SKYP Studios, the DarkMatch. We are back this week to bring you another exciting review, an action-packed show, a very elevated, elated joy to be reviewing for you, the lovely people. I'm Magpie here, and yes, I know that's not how you spell Skype. Joining me today are my two co-hosts.
I'm Christopher says DarkMatch is mastodon of the hopeful bell movement, and
For those of you who don't know,
not
our friend
describing the show that occurred this week.
for those of you who don't know, our friend Chris is going through some strenuous times with his stomach. They're not seeing eye to eye, and that's leading to a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Just earlier today, he tried to get some Japanese food, and he couldn't eat it. But give the man applaud for trying. And his
I ate
stomach
some
is
of it.
fucked up, and he still tries to eat.
Oh.
Are you?
And finally,
Okay. And this is Kezra, and I have to do the shit with this week. Okay. Hulk Hogan can go fuck himself until the 2015.
I'm glad there's gonna be some reconciliation there. Like he put an expiration date on his Hulk Hogan hatred.
Yeah, in 2 years, we might get to see those guys just like hug.
Oh yeah.
He's a mature guy, unless
very
he's premonitioning Hulk Hogan's death.
That's dark. No, I
We got
can't.
2 years to find out.
I can't wait to see in 2015 in TNA Bound for Glory the main event Hulk Hogan versus the Iron Sheik for the TNA World Title.
Well, we're gonna talk about Impact tonight, nonetheless.
Yeah, this was one of those impacts where just like I don't know, for me, there's a lot of moments that made me laugh out loud and tear up from stupidity, but there's still one of those, why is this happening? Why is this happening?
Yeah, exactly.
Why is this happening?
Some good moments, a lot of muddle as usual. And it's open fight night tonight. And is this something like I've never really determined this? Is this something that happens like just once every month, or is it random, or
I think they have a calendar, and then they throw darts at it, and whatever Thursday they hit, that's open fight night.
To be honest, Chris, I don't think they're keeping up anymore. They're just throwing random titles into some Thursdays.
Granted, open fight night has been going on for quite a while, at least since the late spring, but yeah, it's still about aces and eights. Still about them targeting Kurt Angle and getting involved in world title matches.
Hey, what was Aces and Eight's specific goal in general? Like,
tearing down TNA.
They're supposed to be tearing down TNA and their forces of chaos, and then now they're targeting individuals, and now they need more muscle, and then now they just want to focus on Hogan, but 1 week they want to focus on Sting, and now it's tear down TNA, and I don't know.
Despite the fact that some of them are jobbers in masks, like they really have no mystique.
Yeah. I can't buy. Just no. There's nothing there. I mean.
But yeah, and in typical, even though Russo isn't around, in typical Russo fashion, we start the night off with some shoot names as Bully Ray cuts a promo about how Hulk Hogan and he don't get along, but he wants to know what it'll take to earn the trust of the Hulkster because he respects him greatly, but at the moment he wants to call him out, and Hulk Hogan's NWO ripoff music hits.
And then Hulk Hogan comes walking down the ring. His hair grows out a little longer. And then he goes face to face with Bully Ray. And then the two talk for a while. And then I don't know why, but Hogan says, like, they know. I don't know. I mean, I expected
Bully Ray Mark.
Yeah, why did Hulk Hogan do that?
I don't know, but
and
nonetheless,
Hulk Hogan does not look good in leather boots.
Hulk Hogan was also in drag tonight, which was just
what's kind of weird.
No drought of confusion for me. So
not me at all.
Bully Ray's what he was saying was unresolved, and in the spirit of open fight night, the next person who comes out is Austin Aries. Funnily enough, not very pissed off that like he was just cost a title match by Booby Rude,
Booby.
and essentially he puts over how he and Bobby have screwed each other over, and now they're pretty much even. Like they're on sort of the same page. They're both sneaky bastards. They're both dirty players in the game, and he wants to, since it's open fight night, he wants to challenge Rude to a title, excuse me, not a title match, to a match for the number one contendership of Jeff Hardy. Of course, that bit of it is unsanctioned, but nonetheless, without hearing it from the horse's mouth, Bobby Roode accepts, and that'll be the main event.
And we missed a cool line because Bobby Roode was just straight up like, and no, we're not going to have this fight right now. We're going to have this fight at the main event of tonight because Bobby Roode and Austin Aries belongs on the main event of any show. And I'm like,
Yeah,
you go, Austin. You fucking tell him where you belong.
Austin Aries can cut a fucking good promo when he wants to.
Yeah, and he can demand the main event.
But we also glazed over one steaming pile of stupidity in the last promo, in that we'll turn the joke off for a second if you already didn't guess. Yes, Brooke Hogan looks like a man.
And I'm still pissed that Hulk Hogan doesn't even show up to his own show. I mean,
and when he does, he's wearing dress. Oh shit! I gotta stop confusing the two.
He's too busy making $35,000 anyway.
At any rate, though, Brooke Hogan's what's up?
Do it like this. When you see a shin that comes a little too far towards the outside, that's Hulk Hogan.
Huh?
Because if you notice that Brooke had that operation, so her chin is not as big.
Right, chin on outside, Hogan, chin on tucked in, Brooke.
Exactly.
She used to have one of those Sonya Blade Superman chins, but no longer.
So Plastic Surgery is talking with Bully Ray about how Hulk Hogan knows about their affair, and Bully Ray asked the question that, upon uttering this question, completely made me had a conniption fit in laughing, where he said, "How did he know?"
There's nothing to know.
Not that, but watch the fucking show. He would know.
No.
How would you not know? It's public. It's all over. It's nationwide.
I just loved how Bully was selling it like there's nothing to know. He was kind of doing the Marky Mark, like there's nothing to know.
Oh god.
No, but it's just like, how does he know? Like, he watches the fucking show, even if he didn't, which is what this kind of just like indicates. Because I can't think of any other reason why a line with that would be stupid. Like a stupid line like that would be written in the first place. But it's like, even if his neighbor watched the show, Hogan could tell him and be like, "Hey, man, your daughter's shacking up with Bully Ray." What? I mean, it's on national television. I know a whole lot of people aren't watching it, but fuck, you can't ask that question.
Yeah.
That's like if Ed was like, "People saw me have sex on television? How?"
Point taken.
I only sanctioned it.
Yeah, I didn't think that would get out.
Oh,
Yeah. Magpie, you just had to gloss over that great Austin Aries promo.
And I mean, for a second there, I was kind of confused because he wasn't acting like a heel until he like shit on Jeff Hardy, because he was like, "Oh, Rude is a great wrestler. I'm a great wrestler." Blah, blah. He was cutting a face promo, and I was like, I mean, even Revolver Man mentioned this yesterday. Like, are we supposed to hate him?
Well, no,
I know,
Austin Aries.
Like,
Not
how
only
do
that,
we
but
not like him?
But not only that, but Austin Aries was getting cheers, and he acknowledges that in the first line of his promo by going like, "Oh, thanks for the love" or whatever. But essentially, in talking about Robert Roode, he was saying like, "Oh, we're both sneaky bastards. Let's see who's the sneakier bastard." And the way the match went on, I like the way they sort of put that over. Like the match very much went on with that in mind. It was really funny.
Let's see who's the best, sneakiest bastard. All right, tonight on Impact, Connect 4.
Um, and as we come back, Samoa Joe, who, by the way, like, how can we gauge his relevancy these days? Like, he's sort of like a hatchet man against aces and eights, but he seems to be getting the short end of the stick and not really able to prove anything that he says, which has been more or less symptomatic
Short
of
end of
some
the stick.
lately.
He's in a group with Kurt Angle, which should be awesome right there, and two other tagalongs. It's almost
just
like Kurt. It's almost like Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe are like the two best friends in high school, but they have the tagalong kid brothers that just like follow them around everywhere. So they just like have them hang out with each other while they just go pick up chicks in the mall.
right. But Samoa Joe calls the big guy out, the big guy in the mask and the vest, and who isn't Luke Gallows?
Yeah, but I always thought that Luke Gallows was supposed to be the big guy.
There are more than one big guy in that group.
And in wrestling in general. So it could be anybody.
But he calls the guy out for open fight night. The aces and eights shuffle music plays, and Samoa Joe knows where to wait for him. Like, he doesn't wait by the entrance; he waits by the crowd side of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
They come out, and he has a brawl where Samoa Joe mainly just has the advantage. He does the jumping enziguri. He dodges the big man shots. He trades his own punches, like reverses one of his moves into a reverse atomic drop. He gives him a big boot and hits a senton. Before you know it, puts him in the rear naked choke.
And Aces and Eights look like bitches individually, and
Yeah,
there's
and the
no
thing
point
is,
to this.
this is what I hated about it. Like, Samoa Joe hypes that he's taking off his mask. Like, he doesn't just do it.
Yeah, I was like, do it because someone's coming.
He was
But yeah,
smart enough to be like, "Oh, Aces and Eights, bail."
someone comes along and they take out Samoa Joe before the mask can be taken off, and we won't be able to be disappointed by seeing who it is.
Yeah, by being completely underwhelmed.
Next week on Impact, oh my God, it's Gangrel.
Precisely.
Oh no.
But our next segment is one of the better ones. Just stupid comedy.
Yeah, the segment was good, but the payoff wasn't.
What seg?
I don't know.
That segment. It's the bland leading the bland, quoting Jerry Lawler.
The Robbies, yeah, the Robbies are backstage, and they're Jesse Goddard starts talking shit with them. They say bro. Jesse says dude, and Robbie he proposes a open bro off because it's open bro night.
I can't hear that with a straight face. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was cute. Again, Rob Eckos does what he can with such a rip off character.
And that hair, my God, that hair.
Yeah, it's getting even taller.
Can we just say they both suck and move on?
No, I don't agree with that. I'm amused by him. So.
Oh
I don't-
yeah, it's silly, but then the bro off, I was just like, I don't know, I was just bored, not amused. But we'll get to that.
We'll get to the boring parts.
Exactly.
But Kenny King is
Boring.
the next segment. Has
I
Kenny
call
King
that
backstage
entertaining
with
for
Chris
another
Jericho.
reason.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
We have promising young guy with burnout from Omega, awful fucking hair. Man, yeah, Tyler Rex with the fakest tan ever. I don't even. Oh God, Christian York, who was impressive, I will admit, but
Yeah.
it's their topic of discussion is Kenny King is basically bragging in his face, saying like, "Oh man, it's gonna be great when RVD challenges me to a match for the X Division title." He's like, maybe I'll give you a shot when I win the title.
Well, I guess we know what's being booked tonight. Kenny King versus RVD. Yep, that's exactly how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Or matchup.
Totally.
Oh, yeah. RVD's going to pick him. It's going to happen.
Ooh. But yeah. Robbie and Robbie T are out in the ring. They do their whole extravagant entrance. Robbie T spends a lot of time pushing the cameraman away. And
He's a bouncer. It's his job, dude. He has to be attentive.
yeah, but there was a bit too much emphasis. Well, there's a nitpick.
And this gets to my favorite segment of the show, people, entitled "Goofy White Guys Trying to Dance."
Essentially, yeah. They sort of Jesse comes out with Tara. They sort of trade shots. Jesse insists on being called Mr. Spectacular.
And
And
when we say trading shots, like insulting each other, imagine a fight between two men, and it's the equivalent of like two men fighting, but instead of with fist, they're just slapping each other. Like, no, stop it, it's too hard.
that's the point.
That was the equivalent.
True, but yeah, that's
It was an
like that's
entertaining
what they're
point.
going for. It was supposed to be like a friggin' fight with Nerf guns.
Yeah, it was not an entertaining point. I get it.
But Robbie E goes over the rules. Number one, it's every bro for himself. Number B, everything he does has to end. Everything anyone does ends in bro. And since Robbie is the bro veteran, he goes first. DJ
And
hits the
four,
music.
everyone fights.
Yeah. DJ hits the music, and he does a lot of goofy dancing, such as the Carlton for like 2 seconds and a bunch of different stuff. And he ends that up by telling Jesse Goddard to top that, bro.
Hey everyone, that guy who just danced in the ring, he gets to fuck Brooke Tessmacher.
Wait, what?
Really?
That's Brooke Tessmacher's guy.
No kidding.
I'm not
Lucky man.
kidding. I don't know
I
how it happened, but
props to
hey,
him.
Okay.
fuck.
Tessmacher's a catch.
I'm irritated, but hey, whatever.
Yeah. But then, man, the results I'm reading are pretty much repeated my thoughts. Jesse's music hits, and he doesn't so much dance as he just makes everyone wonder why they didn't hire Chris Masters.
Exactly. I was going to.
Uh-huh.
I was going to say that.
He just every time I look at him flexing, I'm just like, this is a creatine made body. And for those you don't know what creatine is, I'll get a quick. It's basically it'll pack on like a lot of water weight to you, so aesthetically look pleasing and have bigger muscles. But really, all it does is just fuck up your kidneys and make you like a shitty athlete. And every time I look at his muscles, I'm like, yep, this dude took a lot of creatine.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, he didn't look like an athlete at all. He just looked like a fucking poser as he was trying to portray himself in the ring.
That's great, Magpie, but Skype kind of ate up your entire tirade.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, you see what we have to work with. But yeah, right. Jesse does this whole
But yeah.
and he insisted that's how you do a bro off, dude. And Robbie E, the dungeon master or the bro master, I guess, says he was like, "Oh, that's not bad. Better than I thought. Two problems though. Can't involve Tara, and that you ended with dude. You were supposed to end with bro." Robbie's about to announce himself as the winner when Robbie T kind of goes up to him and says like, "Oh, we've got one more bro," and he goes on. He does some more Chris Masters things, but actually does very amusing dancing.
Yeah, he does.
And which, yeah, I take that, but the fact of the matter is, this is kind of similar to what Kozlov did to show that he's funny. This big man, this big stern man is funny.
Yeah, except Kozlov could dance.
True. And like he wins, Jesse and Robbie are both in frozen states of shock.
That was the best part of the segment for me, was those faces.
That's yeah, I agree with this. And as amused as I was, like yeah, you're right. It's well, I guess with a payoff like that, the segment did what it was supposed to. But nonetheless,
Goofy white guys who can dance on television. Yeah.
they're not white; they're orange.
Nah, fuck it. We know what there are. They might be orange, but their dance skills scream white.
Yeah,
Completely.
but whatever you say about that segment, our next one is coming up. RVD is out the ring, and he puts himself over as having elevated the X Division title beyond.
Oh, that Rob Van Dam is fucking hilarious.
It
I
was
agree
great.
with that laughter. Although he has been kind of showing up in his last few matches, he's been working a bit quicker, and his
He
moves have been
put
crisper
forward
than,
effort,
than
I'll
when he
give him
started out.
that, but he didn't elevate the X division. No, much better athletes in their prime elevated the X division. He just happened to come up on a fleeting thing.
Such as Kenny King. And Kenny King is anticipating being called in the back, but instead Christian York gets called and does some kind of fist pumps, the fucking like Awesome Kong lookalike that he is.
Yeah.
Difference is Awesome Kong is a lot more compelling. We have our very brief X Division match: Rob Van Dam versus Christian York.
And I like this match.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty good.
very surprised that people.
Christian York very much continues to impress me every time I see him.
Even
Hey,
though
granted, he's not like
I'm
he's not like Chris Sabin amazing, but he's still pretty awesome. I mean, I enjoy watching him. I mean, he did a combo kick. I like how he did the Rob Van Dam caught one of his kicks and he flipped him, and then on the rebound, he York just like drills his heel into the back of his head.
But yeah, I like the half and half suplex that Christian York did.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Dude, he
like
did a combo kick in the corner.
Not only that, oh yeah, I do remember that. And I like the knee counter that when RVD was about to do a dive. But then pretty much like he gets no offense in the second half, like the second 2 minutes, and RVD just like does some rev up moves, like does a split like a moonsault or like a thrust springboard soul butt rolling thunder, and then just hits the 5-star and beats him.
But there was one spot though that was just like it stuck out that Rob Van Dam did that was just so fucking stupid. It was. Do you remember when he did the rolling? Well, he looked like he was gonna do the rolling thunder. He rolled towards like the ring post while York was on the top rope, and by the time he like completed the roll, he was still a good distance away from the. He was still a good distance away from the rope, so it wasn't anywhere near Christian. To, like say do like a kip up, a Hurricane Rana, or just like some forearm shot or something. It just made him look stupid, like he was trying to be flashy, and then Christian just got him.
Yeah, RVD
It's
is
like, no,
definitely
you
not.
made that impractical.
He definitely ain't what he used to be. But we have an Aces and Eights segment where they bring in a couple of hookers, and Devon says, "Oh, this will appeal to the guy that we're trying to appeal to." Throwaway build up,
Yeah.
and we have
Aces are evil because they have loose women in beer and leather.
And they wear masks.
Ooh.
yeah. But our next
Up
segment
next, though.
involves the many open parentheses, misclosed parentheses adventures of Joseph Park.
Actually, I like these segments.
Oh yeah, too.
Just because Joseph Park is fucking awesome.
Got
He's
nothing
trying
against.
new things, and I appreciate Joe for trying.
He
Joe
knows
isn't a man that hears the words "you suck" and just takes that as defeat. He hears "you suck" and he says, "I will try harder." And with the best attitude he can be, he cleans his glasses and he hits the ring.
Yes, not bad.
Not bad at all, Joseph. You're an inspiration.
He cuts a nice like improv promo about his great 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 grandfather Jebediah Park wrestled
Yeah,
George Hackenschmidt and almost won.
And then he went on to have a 30-minute Iron Man match with General Lee.
We cut to Danny Davis, Joe Park's trainer at OVW. Danny Davis, the much touted former wrestler by Jim Cornette. Cornette loves the guy, like he ran OVW with him. But I digress. And he was like, "Oh, Joseph Park fucking sucks." There's one day where someone busted his nose and he just became a completely different person. They're continuing in this direction. Love it. Think it's funny.
Yeah.
Do no wrong with Joe Park.
Yeah, completely.
Speaking of red things, I saw Taylor Hendricks in the background.
Oh yeah, me too. Thank you for
So,
mentioning that. I
is she
wanted
not
to.
fired
Like,
anymore?
no, she's not. She never got fired, did she? She just won gut check and
Disappeared.
did nothing.
Dude, most of the gut check winners got released.
Release? No, they go into the black hole where everyone in TNA is when they are not being used.
Yeah, they go to OVW, then black hole, then back to OVW, then either released or OVW or black hole.
The black hole.
The black hole.
But our next segment features Chris Daniels and Kazarian.
And I'll be
Being
honest,
awesome.
I love this segment. This
I
was
love those two guys.
Yeah,
Even that even that Christmas thing, I was fucking hating that whole thing up until when Daniels did that smile when he was asked if he was good.
breath of fresh air and like any kind of TNA drudgery. But they're in the TNA merch command center and they're essentially making sure that none of their merchandise is there, that it's all shipped off the shelf. And they ended by shoving a bunch of AJ Styles shirts in the trash.
Hey Chris, and what do you know? The entire TNA merch booth is completely full.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of merchandise
That's not
there.
being stocked. That's
Not an
not
empty
making
shelf
a lot
among
of
them.
sales.
Not an empty shelf among them.
That's not a good thing.
But
Yeah. But then entertainment happens.
yeah. Must we talk about another Sting hype video that we wouldn't know was a Sting hype video? Oh wait, yeah, we did.
yeah, we did.
I guess they only revealed that it was Sting before the date because everyone fucking knew it.
Yeah, it
We
was
didn't
obvious.
care. We didn't care. We knew it was Sting, and we still didn't care. We now know it's Sting. We still don't care. When Sting shows up, we're not gonna care, and he's probably gonna lead the team of whoever's assembled to
Misfits.
fight Aces and Eights and lead to Lockdown.
Right.
And we still won't care.
Yes.
That's the sad part.
But let's go back to the good shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Daniels comes out. I like his new music. I like the swagger with which he comes out. Like it's
Yeah.
He's got so much personality. It's fucking awesome.
yeah,
And he
he's
has the ass that the ladies all cheer. Oh, the
like
rear that every lady cheers.
very cocksure, a nice spring in his step, a cocky spring in his step. And although I enjoy him as when he's a very valiant face, like he's a much better sniveling heel and like braggadocio
Yeah.
and
He's one
such.
of is one of the few heels in TNA who actually has a different personality.
It's great. He's
Yeah,
just
and
so
doesn't really
deliciously
need, like
cartoony evil.
yeah, and doesn't really need much of a gimmick. Like he has the apple teenies, but most of the stuff is like he thinks of by himself. Like he turns like a sentence redundancy into his tag team name. What more do we need to say, really? But he
Well,
comes.
he gets to the I'll take over, Chris. He gets to the point of calling out his opponent for the gut check or gut check. What's this
Open fight
failed
night. Open
experiment?
fight
Thank you. I was thinking the other failed experiment. So he calls out his open fight night opponent, and it's AJ Styles. And there's a shiver of terror down my spine, and everyone
I
else.
know, right?
I knew who it was. I knew that it was.
I started panicking. I was with my hands on my TV. No,
Well,
don't you
let's face
dare.
it. I mean, we're gonna have to deal with it because AJ Styles comes down to the ring. He's in his gear. He hits the ring, and then he just like starts cutting a promo. And now AJ Styles, I didn't expect him to be so quivering after one loss.
Yeah, good God. Kazarian does one of the best fucking AJ Styles impressions I've ever heard.
Kazarian wasn't there. That was AJ.
I mean, yeah, I certainly believe that.
Oh, and I loved how they took that stab at the Claire Lynch thing.
That was fucking awesome.
That got me clapping for a second.
Oh hell yeah. Oh man, proving once again anything else on a TNA show could be fucking boring, but you'll get at least two good matches, and whatever Kazarian and Daniels do together is gonna be gold.
Yep, and so Daniels says, "Oh, I'm sorry, crowd. I'm sorry I couldn't give you AJ Styles and Daniels one last time again.
Exactly.
But feel free to worship me."
Wait, do you think that was a subtle jab? Sorry, we could have given it to you one more time.
Again.
Wink.
By the way, take that, Johnny Damon.
Yeah, you sellout whore.
Yeah, you should have left the Yankees.
And this is the part where I have no fucking idea what you guys are talking about. So let's move on.
Chavo and Hernandez, they're the ones issuing the challenge now, and
And the crowd goes,
Mild.
okay.
they're like, you say you had a bad 2012, you had a good 2012, but we had a much better one. We beat you for your belt, and we're gonna humiliate you again. Blah.
People cared when we had the titles. Oh, no, he didn't.
I forgot that there were tag team championships. It's usually the other way around in terms of TNA and WWE. Now I know very
No,
much.
no. That's because all time they had the championships, they were feuding with AJ. That's why you can't remember it, because all you remember is AJ and Daniels.
Yeah, that's all I want you to remember.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. Let's keep it that way.
But what do you think about this subsequent match, Magpie? Because I thought, although there's talent involved, like I didn't really like it.
It was okay. I noticed Chavo rolls around the ring a lot.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: the rest of the matches were very short compared to this, and this one was quite a bit longer. And again, featuring a good amount of talent, but I found it kind of muddled along. Like I didn't really.
There wasn't anything to get super invested into. Like, there's only one thing that made me pop, and it wasn't for the reason they expected or they're going for. It was when, do you remember the spot where Chavo Guerrero, Hernandez like suplex Chavo de Guerrero onto one of the wrestlers lying down, and when he suplexes him, it's completely at the exact same angle as the wrestler lying down on him. So I immediately
Right.
called botch right there. I mean, if they were going for like you were trying to just like suplex him into like a dropping elbow, not wasn't accomplished at all. And I think Chavo actually did botch a suplex too, or some type of takedown.
Oh, Magpie, are you saying you're disappointed because one of them didn't get injured?
No, I'm not saying I
How
wanted him
dare
to
you?
get injured. I'm just saying that looks stupid. But
Fucking
granted,
shut.
accidents happen.
But yeah, and it mostly goes in sequence where the challengers, Daniels and Kazarian are at a disadvantage, and then they sort of like wear them down in the middle of the match. They take the advantage back, and then Chavo and Hernandez just double team them. Chavo does three amigos. Kazarian tries for AJ springboard for him. By the way, Kaz of course has AJ's gear on the entire time, and it's really kind of weird to watch, especially considering AJ and Daniels former tag champs.
And when you
But
think about it, because Kazarian just looks like AJ Downs if he got a tan
and shaved
and
his
had
head.
yeah.
Nonetheless, Chavo hits a very clumsy looking frog splash. Not very notable. Certainly not Eddie. Certainly not Art Barr and
No.
the champions.
You know what that made me think of? Before he got that inherited onto him, the frog splash, what the hell was his finishing move?
Oh my god.
The frog splash.
I think it was.
No, it was the gory bomb.
Oh yeah, the gory bomb, yeah.
It was very much the gory bomb, which, like, I mean, I believe his father innovated that. So
Oh, dude, I completely blanked. I was just trying to remember what
Until
was his old move before he got the frog splash.
until Chris reminded me of it, I didn't even remember the gory bomb existed.
yeah, I mean, Chavo did used to carry around a wooden horse called Pepe in like around '96 in WCW. So what else are you gonna see? You may as well forget a lot of what he does. Jeff Hardy is backstage and he says things that are of no consequence to anything else. He's gonna get revenge
Like
on
everything else Jeff Hardy says.
yeah he's gonna get revenge on Aries and Rude for being dicks.
You know, why not? I don't have a problem with that. Just, why are you angry at these guys? They're dicks. I'll beat them. They're fucking
Because Jeff
assholes.
Hardy has nothing to do. He has nothing to do and he ran out of face paint. Got any
Right.
other explanation?
No.
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 But yeah, back in Aces and Eights is Clubhouse, and apparently Ken Anderson's the one that they're trying to appeal to, and
Yeah, they let him out. They let him out of the black hole for a few minutes.
personally, like Yeah, he's going to join him because he hasn't been on TV. It's clear, his motivations are clear. Not only that, but like he's like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this, and then one of the hookers whispers in his ear. I don't know what it is, but my guess is she whispers, I'll allow you to do anal because Ken Anderson would love anal more than him, and he says, oh, I think I could agree to that.
I
For
don't
an
know.
uncomfortable mental image, Doc was just sleeping with those girls earlier in the show.
I-
Anderson is getting aces and eights sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
When it comes to Anderson, did someone did someone else notice that he didn't even seem into what he was doing? I don't
The
know.
Juby?
It just sounded so jaded and just like bored.
I
Again,
think
if
he's
you're
starting to
called to
realize that
TV to
he's
do
kind of
that,
overrated. I apologize, but I think he is
oh,
realizing that he's overrated and he's not as good as people said he was. But
I feel introverted and relaxed. Oh God, he's delusional.
mm. But next we have Gail Kim, who comes to the ring for open fight night, and she cuts a promo sounding drunk. She says
Yeah, she did,
2012.
did she?
Yeah, she says 2012 was a great year until I lost in a fluke victory twice against Brooke Tessmacher.
Is anyone else bored by Gail Kim as a heel?
Yeah, why she hasn't been around for quite a while. Why is she a heel? She should be getting face pops. I mean, she's no longer allied with Madison Rain. They're not really exploiting that. So how would they keep her?
And this was an okay match, I guess, considering it was 2 knockouts.
This actually, beyond the main event, this was my favorite match of the night.
Mm, I guess I
Wasn't
just
bad at
was.
all.
These
I
two worked very quickly. I
Yeah,
liked
yeah,
them.
they did, but I guess the match just I just tuned out of the match as soon as Taz exclaimed, "Let him go at it for 60 minutes." And I'm like, "No, don't you dare."
I would have been open to that, but yeah, it probably would have sucked. I like the fact that they're giving Tessmacher like these new, different, innovative. Like she has like some sort of like dragon sleeper from the top rope or from
Well,
the second rope,
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
and that can't be a finish by virtue of the fact that it's on the ropes. But and I wouldn't
It's a
mind that.
good move to have in your arsenal. Wear someone down. You know,
mhm.
kind of like how
Yeah,
Loki does like the arm bar from outside of the ropes.
and us-
yeah.
and usually I like to see Tessmacher in the ring just because she has a lot of spunk and energy.
Yeah, she's really proven herself, considering she
And
started out like in the same position as Kelly Kelly.
Exactly, and she's way
yeah,
beyond.
on her knees, trying to satisfy some aging businessman.
Yeah, and now she's gone way beyond what Kelly Kelly wishes she could be.
I don't think Kelly Kelly wishes anymore due to the fact that she quit.
Yeah, basically.
But the match goes on. They trade blows after a pretty nice looking Hurricane Rana and a couple of other exchanges. Gale hits the soul food and gets the win. I don't know if this is going to go anywhere. I'll be perfectly honest.
Well, we
So,
have a heel champion, so probably not.
yeah, just a one-off.
We hype some matches for next week. The first Impact of the new year, including the return of Sting, and our main event happens. Bobby Roode versus Austin Aries. A very
But
amusing main event.
before we talk about the main event, though, you would think Aces and Eights would watch the show and be like, "Oh, Sting's returning, and he's pissed off at us, and he's gonna come back on that specific date." All right, we're gonna guard the doors. We're gonna get some of our extra guys to show up with all weapons. And then when that motherfucker shows up in the parking lot, we're just gonna
We'll
give him
kill
a
him.
gangland beating and make sure he doesn't walk.
Yeah, exactly. Like I mean,
Brains.
they're Sting has not the element of surprise at all, unless he pretty much bombs their clubhouse while they just stay there. Like they and yet you don't hear him comment about it as if they don't see the advertisements at all.
Hey, Devon, I got this strange package in the mail that keeps beeping. Get me that, you moron. You didn't expect the box, did you? No.
They're
Deep,
just
deep, deep.
they're just too busy trying to appeal to Ken Anderson.
I wonder why.
Does anyone know how to? Does anyone know how to defuse a dynamite? Well, who is that? Oh, that's one of the whores with me. Just give her a couple more seconds. We don't have a couple seconds. No, no, trust me, I do.
But yeah, as far as our main event goes, like I'd say, like without the knockouts match, this would be my favorite match in the night. Like it was very different. It wasn't just like sort of a trade of technical wrestling prowess. It was a trade off of shenanigans. They
Oh
really
yeah.
made their 10 minutes. Pretty much, Austin Aries complaining to the ref and feigning an injury. Bobby Roode complaining to the ref and feigning an injury. Them both like raking each other, both giving each other thumbs to the eyes to get out of holds.
And it is glorious.
It is awesome.
Thank you, Shao Kahn.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I mean, got anyone else have anything to say? Like, there's not really much to put over here, but
I'd
what there
rather
is,
have either or one of those guys be the world champion right now.
both these guys deserve it. AJ
Yeah.
probably
Yep.
back until latter to 2013. He'll make some kind of
Probably is going to
triumphant,
be ladder.
but they're having their fun, and Jeff Hardy just comes around. Like his music hits, they look towards the ramp, and Jeff Hardy comes up behind and takes them both out, and looks like a douche.
Completely.
No, the match isn't called in any way, shape, or form. I guess there's going to be like a three-way at the next at Genesis.
Well, yeah. See, Anderson and those hookers. Oh man, what do they have planned?
Anal.
Oh, not just that.
It won't be televised.
Oh, yes, it will.
Maybe we'll hear noises.
Oh, we're real noises, all right.
What the hell?
Nah.
I got nothing to go with this.
Okay.
Yeah, me neither. We're all very untalented people. But that's
For
essentially Impact.
yourself, I'm talented.
Yeah,
I'm very talented.
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay, you
Right.
guys be the judges of each other, and I'll just stick here in my corner and I'll do my thing.
Oh no, you get in here and judge people too.
All right. That was the very last Impact of the year 2012. It ended with a banger, excuse me. It ended with a whimper. Maybe a little bit of pops.
It limped to the finish.
But yeah, let's do a 2012 edition of like what gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Are we just like recapping the entire 2012?
Yeah. For a brief
Hmm.
moment, the right guy with the belt gets more screen time than Jay Lethal. Although I thought Bobby Roode was all right.
Fuck. Pass. You do something.
Pointless. Wait. I think I got one. Pointless groups in TNA get more screen time than Jay Lethal.
All right.
Hmm. Brooke Hogan got more screen time than Jay Lethal this year.
Oh, you don't even want to know what she had to do to get that screen time.
Dad, can I have screen time? Sure.
But yeah, that was the end of the year of 10 years of TNA.
Oh,
As their,
Jason Harvey got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Who?
Harvey.
Bischoff's Wonder Years buddy.
I don't think I caught that one. No.
He showed up like just one off time. I think a wrestler was yelling at him, trying to figure out where one person was.
Okay, so probably since I only started watching TNA
Oh
about
shit! That might have been 2011. I could be completely wrong about that.
No, he was on TV in 2012. I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
I
it
think
might
he was, but that might have been 2011. So if there's a fan right there who's looking this up on the computer right now and is like, "Oh, Magpie's an idiot. It was last year." Trust me, dude. I would be surprised if I was wrong.
But nonetheless, that was again the end of the 10th year of TNA. As their motto goes, we have potential.
And they still do, and they had potential. They still do, and at this rate, they will still have potential, but they'll never get beyond that.
Yes, and
Yes,
that was
this teeny weeny company has grown into a
Oh
monstrously
yeah.
small,
Oh, for fuck's sake, that
a
one.
monstrously small thing.
A
oh,
monstrously small worm.
they've gone they have come a long way from Cheeks and the Johnsons.
Okay, point taken. Yeah.
But that was the dark match, the last TNA dark match of the year for 2012. Don't forget to subscribe to us on Blip TV or YouTube to keep up to date with all our videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe too. You can also like us on Facebook. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at DarkMatch Wrestling, RASLAN. You could also follow us individually on Twitter as well, except Magpie, except Genghis, except a couple of other people. Don't forget to check out TRE Productions, where all our videos plus lots of other great stuff is hosted. Also on RVT Entertainment in the community section. Last but not least, visit us at the Spooning Experiment in the forums where you can shoot the shit.
And a good word of mouth never helps. So, in this Braves New Year, try to make your resolution be to get us more fans.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Since some fans end up on the show anyway.
2013 is an unlucky number, but hopefully not for the dark match.
Exactly.
No, we got some good years ahead of us.
Oh,
And you
God,
know
seriously.
what?
What?
As we're about to exit out and say goodnight to you guys, I just want to say that it's Friday and I'm in love. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good
I'm
night,
Christian
guys.
Says.
I'm
Smith for
Kezra.
Magpie.
I'm Magpie and the Smiths suck.
Fuck you.